What's up, guys? What's up, Howard? Good evening to you as well. Welcome back. This time to the Frog Shark. This is gonna be an interesting stream for a lot of different reasons. One, the vibe is so odd. I have picked Frogger music for tonight, which is basic and yet appropriate. It's a really rare species and a really rare shark, and there's not a lot of information on it, so we're gonna see what we learn. But there's also a lot of stuff to catch up on, just in general. So, hey, Howard, man, it's good to see you. Thank you so much also for this awesome piece of artwork. So this is a fantastic drawing of this species. So, and I really appreciate just the color, like the coloration, like the color palette of this deep sea environment is super cool. So thank you so much for submitting this. And this is a really cool. It's cool that sleeper sharks, like the frog shark, which is a distant cousin of the Greenland shark. It's cool that they all share some basic features, just the body pattern, in terms of having no anal fin, and then I think sleeper sharks actually, I don't know if they do have spines on a dorsal fin, but the frog shark might be an exception. Again, it's a rare species, so we'll figure out, we'll learn more about it. But thank you so much for submitting this drawing, because it's super cool. And I have on in the background this kind of interesting channel that I think you might like a lot. Since we don't have a lot of footage on this species, let's see. Let me turn this rock down a little bit because it's actually distracting me. Sorry. Since we don't have a lot of footage on the species. I only found a reliable image shark. I'm sorry about that. Since there's not that much footage, I thought it'd be kind of cool to kind of share a very wonderful channel on YouTube called EV Nautilus. So these are deep sea exploration videos, and there's actually quite a lot of them, and they're gaining a lot of popularity. Some of them are, have a lot of views. A lot of them are kind of in this nice niche corner of YouTube that still not that many people have really found yet, so I highly recommend this channel, and we're seeing some cool images from that, from one of these expeditions. This is the 2019 Nautilus expedition, so EV Nautilus, if you haven't already, I highly recommend subscribing. It's an awesome channel, really great thing to watch for marine biology fans and or marine biologists themselves. It's just a super cool channel to analyze and then also chill out too. So, and I thought it'd be a good backdrop to kind of catch up on some drama. So we are back with the Mr. Toad T-Mug, signifying that we've got some drama with the channel. So, and I'm glad you're here, Howard, because I think. Well, we were talking a little bit earlier about my email. There was a bounce back with the email, and there are definitely reasons for that. But I guess before we dive in, did you have a good weekend? How are things going? And also, by the way, if I seem a little off, I definitely have a really weird headache today, and I might be a little under the weather. So, just forewarning, if I seem a little fuzzy, it's because I am a little fuzzy. And yeah, but I think it's a good vibe for the frog shark. So, but anyway, this is actually these EV Nautilus images. They're flying by so fast, but I'm already seeing I think this is a Dumbo octopus, which is super cool. This is named after the giant ears that, or they're not ears, the actual ears. They're the fins that look like Dumbo ears. Oh, saw your comment. There was a photo of a dead shark I googled under 22 weird fishing world records by Sports Fishing Magazine. Fin position did not match Tanaka's original drawing. Interesting. Awesome, and you had a great weekend. Same. I'm glad to hear it, man. Because it's summer's winding down. We're starting to get into a little bit of the fall season, so yeah. Oh, awesome. Audio's okay. Fantastic. So I'm really glad you had a great weekend. I did too, brother. So, but yeah. So YouTube drama. So way back in the day, I was a student at the College of William and Mary. I love fall too, man. Like fall, it's weird. I have like the only season I'm not the biggest fan of is spring, and then summer I really love because I get to be in the water and do like wildlife photography. Then fall I love even more because it's the beginning of like the holiday season, and then winter is kind of my favorite. Ironically enough, even though I love the ocean, winter, like the dead of winter is my favorite season just because it's like deep into the holidays and you're watching movies with loved ones. It's just a really cool time of year. So, but sorry, side tangent. So way back in the day, I was a student at the College of William and Mary. So wonderful school, and we each got our William and Mary emails, like our just like a default email address that you could keep as an alumnus. And I never really changed mine, and I actually started this YouTube channel on that address. So I had a William and Mary alumni email address, which is like the back end of this YouTube channel. And recently, William and Mary announced that they were going to purge all the alumni emails. And like in hindsight, I should have changed it, probably. I should have been a true adult and got my own Gmail and not use the college email, as I've progressed in life. But I don't know. I mean, it was working. I loved it. It was fine for me. But I saw that notice that William & Mary was going to delete the alumni emails, so I made a new Gmail address. I made it specifically oriented for Dr. Jaws and for this channel. And I did everything. I thought I did everything correctly, and I thought I shifted everything over correctly, including the YouTube backend. So I thought, I wonder what this creature is, by the way. This is really distracting. This is a wild-looking invertebrate. Sorry, this is kind of catching my eye. Anyway, sorry, Evie Nala's super cool channel. But anyway, so yeah, I thought I transferred everything correctly, and I thought I, set up my Dr. Jaws email as the back end for YouTube correctly, and like everything else in my life. So last week was the day of reckoning where William & Mary finally deleted the alumni email, and I thought I was completely covered. And then I opened my YouTube channel, and then I get a notification that the YouTube is disabled. And, like, man, I freaked. Like, it was crazy. I could not see the channel at all. I could see it as an outsider, like the videos were still up. And I'm sorry, we gotta switch this soundtrack because this is a bad pick on my end. I apologize, world. Hold on, relaxing study music. That was a bad pick. I thought Frogger would be chiller than that. That was a bad pick. We'll do hey, we'll go back to the rock station because this was awesome. This is what we had last week for the Mako Shark. This was fantastic.
It's made very, very cool through the media.
Sorry about that. This frog shark stream is off to a froggy start, but it's okay. So, because like this whole YouTube thing was serious news, and we can't have Frogger music like with serious news. There we go. Much better. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. So anyway, so I woke up, I can't get into my YouTube, the channel's disabled, and like, it was just such a bizarre moment, and like a really sad moment actually, because it's like, I thought it was the email thing. I really thought that it was just the email that was like causing that problem. But like I just had this like moment of like panic of like, this is not, to do with the stream, right? Because like we are streaming like a lot of different things, but like we are stringing them together, in a completely new way where it's like we're talking about sharks, we're talking about their biology, we're finding publicly available information, whether that's like YouTube or ICN or papers that you don't pay for that anybody can find, and we're commenting on them and talking about them in an interactive live stream. So, and like when you think about all the Let's Plays and all the movie commentaries also on YouTube, it's just like, you know, it doesn't make sense if like my channel was like shut down or something for that reason. And I didn't think that's what was going on, but it had that kind of moment of like, oh shoot, like I hope this is not like something to do with that. But then I had this other moment of like, well, wait a minute, like, you know, like how many other channels are talking about rare species of sharks? Like how many other channels are like actually kind of bringing awareness to, you know, shark? Like the frog shark is not a shark that is popular. Like no one is going to be talking about the frog shark or like some of the others that we've like covered, you know, especially the deep water species. So, so I like when I didn't really know what was going on, you know, I was kind of like, you know, getting ready to like, you know, like, hey YouTube, like what's the root cause of this? And it ultimately was the email thing, which fortunately got fixed. But I think the most important thing from that whole experience, even though it was like a short-lived like debacle, it really brought into focus like how much I love this channel and how much work not only I put into this channel, but like this past year, like we've put into this, you know, as far as like just, you know, you guys have been an awesome audience and it's been super fun to like, you know, I mean, and it's like this fun like cross like cultural experience in a weird way, you know, like or like just cross-disciplinary. Like I've learned so many things from you guys as far as the sharks go, and I you know, hope you guys have learned a lot of things from me as well as far as like, you know, what these streams have done. And it was just like a weird emotional weekend where it just kind of threw everything into focus, because I thought that I thought my channel was like shut down for a second, and like I don't know, it was just like one of those moments where it's like, man, I really love this and I really don't want to lose this. Like, you know, yeah, especially since like I think our live stream especially has been really fun and really successful for the heart of like what it should be, which is like we are people from around the world talking about sharks because we love sharks and we want to get to know them more. So so yeah, that's my story. That's my toad drama. It was a bizarre weekend, a lot of panicking, but fortunately it got all resolved. YouTube fixed what was going on. The email finally got correctly connected, because like the root cause of the problem was that they thought I like, you know, shut the channel down, and the reality is no, I switched emails, and so I'm the actual owner of this channel, and you know, we figured it out. So, but that's my drama. Sorry for the convoluted explanation, but I thought it was like worth talking about and worth sharing, both for like just as a reemphasis of like, you know, I really love doing this with you guys, and this is really meaningful to me. And then also just like as far as streaming goes, I thought this might have been at first I thought this might have been a weird, you know, like, you know, since we're streaming and it's like a fair use thing. I thought it was going to be something along that line, and this definitely falls into fair use. But like, you know, when you kind of have that moment, it's like it was just my brain was going in different directions where it's like, man, there's so much video game stuff and there's so much film stuff, and this is like our attention spans don't have a lot of room for sharks or education, and like, you know, I was starting to kind of like get ready to have that fight that battle. So oh man, yeah, thanks Howard. Like it has been very educational and allowed me to further develop my drawing skills. Thanks, man. Like seriously, I'm starring that comment, man. Thank you. And like, dude, your art has been fantastic. Like it's been so cool to see. And like you know, I keep talking about like an end of the year like art showcase. Like I think you're going to be amazed like how much we have, like, you know, as far as just like, you know, I'm so excited to do. I think it's going to be like a holiday special art showcase special stream, which I have a special guest star lined up, by the way. So it's going to be another guest stream. But yeah, like I think it's going to be amazing to see all of those pieces like lined up together and be like, wow, this has been a wild year. So, but yeah, thank you. That means everything to me, because it's like that's my main aim with this whole project was being educational and then giving fair coverage to different kinds of shark species, you know, from, you know, regardless of like how popular they are, like, you know, kind of having a good coverage on that. So, but thank you so much for watching and for indulging me in the story just now. So it's getting better, I think. Yeah, no, like honestly, there's been 2 pieces of your art that, like, Anya, what's up? Make calendars. Welcome back. It's good to see you. We haven't seen, what's up? I'm starting that. I love that idea. Yeah. Well, if we make calendars, I mean, like, the ownership has to go to Howard because it's basically Howard's art calendar. So I will figure out how to do that, but the ownership is going to be in Howard, like Howard's name, because it's like, that's fantastic. So, oh man, this is such a good idea, Anya. Thank you. How are you? It's good to see you again. I don't know if you were here for the first part. I was really scared about losing my channel, but we got it back and we're okay. So, but it's good to see you again. Welcome back. So, Frog Shark. Oh, actually, I think I don't know if you saw this, Anya, but this channel, EV Nautilus, is fantastic. This is something that I just had in the background as I was kind of like telling my sad story of my channel possibly being disabled over the weekend. But EV Nautilus, fantastic underwater marine life channel, super cool. So yeah. Oh, I know it's been super busy, guys. Sorry. No worries. Welcome back. We're just glad to have you back. It's so cool. But anyway, just to finish a point, by the way, Howard, I agree that I think your art is getting better, because it's like there were 2 pieces in particular that really stuck out to me, and the big one is the Mako shark, like from last week. Like, that looked awesome. Like, I actually think let me pull this up. I want to show Anya this too. There it is. Check this out. Like, that is, I think so far I think this has been like the crescendo. This is so good. Like just like, ah man. Like, between like just the shark itself, the marlin as far as like a prey item, this awesome Ace of Spades rock boat in the background, which, and it's like, I know it's not the orca from Jaws, but it looks like from that era. Like you said, it's from that era. It's so cool. It's such a cool piece. So, like, yeah, I mean, like, this channel really wouldn't be what it is without your art, Howard. So thank you. This is so cool. And thank you again for tonight's frog shark art. Which is great, I mean, because this species, it's so rare and there's not a lot of images. So, yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. Oh, actually, that's actually pretty good timing. This is not that species. I don't know what species this is, because this is from the Nautilus. Oh. That almost looks like a, whoa, that almost looks like a bramble shark. Well, it's not a bramble shark, but it almost looks like something from that group. It's definitely a squaliform. What's interesting is like these 2 dorsal fins are actually really far back on the body. Excuse me. Sorry, this is not the frog shark, but this is something interesting. Well, now we gotta figure out what this is. And I'm sorry if I seem like... Here, let's pause that. Let's freeze this. Any guesses on what this shark species is? I'm guessing this is related to, like, a bramble shark or prickly shark. But, let me figure this out. Also, if it seems like I'm stalling on the frog shark, it's just because I'm really... Frog shark arguably might be the rarest one we've ever talked about, and therefore there might not be a lot of information, so I think we have time. If there's any side quests, I think frog shark is a good species for side quests. So, let's see. But yeah, let me know if you have a guess for what this is. Oh, thank you, Anya. I just saw your comment. Sorry for the toe drama. Thank you. Yeah. And yeah, holy smokes. Yeah, that Mako shark, so good. So good. Alright, so this shark right here, yeah, it's throwing me off. The two dorsal fins in the back, really tricky. So, I think it is definitely in the same order, so squaliforms. But well, actually no, if it is a bramble shark, oh, you know what? This is a bramble shark. This is specifically, got it. Okay, sorry guys, so this is the prickly shark, a Chinorhinus cookie eye. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. So, sorry about that. So that's actually really cool. This might be a cool one to cover in the future, but prickly shark, a Chinorhinus cookie eye. It's a cousin of the bramble shark. Bramble shark definitely has more pronounced thorns on the body, which is why this was kind of throwing me off a little bit. But actually, I got something wrong. This is not squaliforms. And I think bramble sharks and prickly sharks used to be classified as squaliforms, but they're now echinoRhinoforms. It's their own unique order, which is something that's actually a really cool, fairly recent development. That's not something I grew up with. That is actually something that emerged, I think, in the last 10 years. So let's give some love to this species really quick. Hold on. Definitely want to make this bigger. So yeah, so this is in terms of like in the litany of shark reclassifications, this is now part of a completely new order. So of only 2 species, which is kind of wild to think about. And it makes sense. I mean, you know, those 2 dorsal fins being so close together near the caudal fin, that is such an unusual body plan and body pattern. But these are really cool images of the prickly shark. Like really nice high definition images of the least speciose shark order with only 2 species. There's no other order that has that little. I think the next smallest order is going to be Hexantiforms, so, which is really cool. But yeah, beautiful images of this guy. It's actually really cool to see the lateral line being so pronounced on the body. But yeah, alright, let's hop on over to whatever we can with the frog shark. So I did pull up some videos just again as like some kind of semblance of like what we're kind of working with tonight. So like I said before, this is a cousin of the Greenland shark. This species is a Greenland shark. There's no footage of the frog shark whatsoever. You can't find it anywhere. So this is going to be our closest approximation. So they're in the same genus, Somniosus. So the frog shark is Somniosus. Oh, that's actually kind of a cool model of, even though that's a Greenland shark, I mean, that's a pretty good approximation of like what a frog shark is. So Somniosus longus is a cousin of the Greenland shark, which is Somniosus microcephalus. Frog sharks get to be about, let's see, 71 centimeters. So actually they're pretty small. 71 centimeters for males, 134 centimeters for females. So it's about a meter, a little bit shy of a meter. So these are kind of smallish Greenland sharks. Let's see. Frog sharks live over continental shelves and upper slopes on or near the bottom to 250 to 1160 meters. I don't know if you caught this, Anya, at the beginning of the stream, but like I have a massive headache today, so I might be a little odd tonight. I think I caught a bug over the weekend, so. But yeah. The frog shark probably eats deep sea bottom fishes and invertebrates. The behavior is unknown. It is live-bearing or viviparous, and as far as the ice and red list goes, it is data deficient and a rare species. So caught only in Japan, New Zealand, and theoretically, it looks like there's some question marks in Madagascar and off western South America. So yeah, frog shark, not a lot known about it. So all that we have so far is that it's a smaller cousin of the Greenland shark. So we'll see what we can see as we go on. I did pull up some really cool papers about Somniosus, the genus in general. That includes Somniosus longus, the frog shark, as far as like how it relates to other sleeper sharks. So yeah. But this is actually really cool. We did the Greenland shark a while ago, but I think we missed this piece of footage because this is all kind of new to me. So it's actually kind of a treat to see these Greenland shark clips. And I remember the Greenland shark as a kid. This was like one of the rarest sharks in the like as far as film goes. Like back in the 90s, like that, like to catch a Greenland shark on film was like, you know, striking gold. So I have a couple others. What's kind of cool, this little clip from Discovery Channel is Alien Sharks. It says dogfish and sleeper shark. So this is a sleeper shark. So a sleeper shark is another cousin of the frog shark. Oh god. Right, that's a sleeper shark, right? Yes, that's a sleeper shark. Oh, I want to find this guy. Yes, that's a sleeper shark. So size-wise, this is... Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm getting this so screwed up. This is a sleeper shark. I'm sorry. But size-wise, this is going to be... Oh, God. Jesus. So freaky. Sleeper sharks are a freaky, freaky group. Oh, man. So, as eerie as the whole eye rolling into the back of the head thing is, again, that's a mechanism to protect the eyeball. So, because this is definitely doing investigatory behavior, biting this, it's smelling prey in this box, so it's kind of biting to investigate. And as it's biting down, the eye is rolling into the head to protect it. But that is very creepy images. Very, let's do, oh, I'm trying to replay. Sorry. I definitely want to replay that, because that's actually extremely creepy. But cool. I mean, it's cool and creepy biology. Because it is clearly kind of serving an interesting purpose, where we talked about... I feel like we've been talking about nictitating membranes so much as a way to protect the eye for carcharodontiforms. And then I think we've talked about great white sharks famously do this, where they roll their eyes in the back of their head to protect them from damage as they bite down on prey items. And it's wild to see this very prominently in this sleeper shark. I don't know what kind of species of sleeper shark this is. Oh, so creepy. I don't think this is a Greenland shark, but I'm not 100% sure what kind of sleeper shark this is. Sleeper sharks is a group of about, I think it's like around 10-ish species. Looks like this clip has, this is from the other week, we're talking about gulper sharks. Let's see, we were talking about gulper sharks the other week. But I think there is a sleeper shark in this clip as well. So we'll get to see our friend the gulper shark again, that was a really cool stream. It's the same guy. Let's go away. Oh, I think it's the same clip, isn't it? Okay, yep, third time's the charm. We can't get enough creepy eyeball. You know, it's getting closest to close-ish to Halloween. You know, like I'm saying the orange Oreos come out. So yeah, might as well watch some creepy stuff. Didn't realize it was the same clip. So, but yeah, so we can assume just from this, just kind of based on this footage, you know, which makes sense, that frog sharks probably do something very similar to that kind of sleeper shark, as far as eyes rolling back into the head to protect the eyeballs. So no more creepy images. We'll dive into, and no more approximations. Like starting now, we're going to dive into what the frog shark actually is, as much information as we can get on it, just catching up on the comments. Howard, I would like to see Tanaka's original paper of 1912. Good call. Let's see if we can get that. Let's check sharkreferences.com. And there we go. 1912 Tanaka. It's actually first thing on sharkreferences.com. Good call. And then, no, I think it might be a Pacific sleeper. So good call. You're probably right. It's because, like, deepwater sharks, it's like deepwater sharks and Pacific sharks, or I should say deepwater sharks are non-Atlantic sharks, are groups that I'm not as familiar with, but here we go. So Tanaka is the author of this species, and I guess this is called Figures and Descriptions of the Fishes of Japan. And it looks like it's a pretty chunky file, so come on. It's not gonna show me things. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. So here we go. That took a while. Okay. So this does not seem to be in taxonomic order, and it looks like so these kinds of documents, I love like reading these, but I don't think you can do like a control find on these because they are very old scans. So we'll just kind of go breeze through this column on the left to see if we can get our frog shark. So got some cool, it looks like a cyprinid, like a minnow. Oh, this is cool. There are two cartilaginous fish in this plate. We got a chimera and some kind of cat shark over here. Another chimera. Sorry, these are actually really cool images. Oh. Yeah, sorry, my head was like pounding yesterday, and it's like it's better now, but come on. Ooh, this is really cool. That is a very pretty triggerfish of some sort. You gotta marvel at, like, you know, this is from 1912, so these are like the technical skill required to be a marine life artist, you know, to recreate an image of like this quality, to be able to like you know, every fin ray, every like having all the proportions correct. It's honestly a marvel. Like these are extremely talented people who can make guides like this. So it's super cool. Nice little pufferfish here. Yeah, this is chaos. This is not taxonomically arranged at all. In fact, I should probably cheat a little bit. This is apparently 687 through 108. So it should be coming up soonish. And there it is. Alright, here we go. So this is the frog shark. Oh my god, actually. It's got the creepy eyes! Look at this! Can we turn this? Is this the icon? Yes, I think we can. I'm pushing the button so we can get a better view. Okay. One more time. And one more time. I want to get a proper view of this species. And again, since the other fish, you know, they're so well done, as far as just like having that artistic accuracy. Oh gosh. Almost there. I'm trying to turn it around again. We don't want it upside down. Oh, hey! Sorry, Howard, I just saw your comment. There was a catamaran disabled at sea by a cookie cutter shark this week. I heard about that. Super cool. It was like 3 people in Australia were stranded. Okay. And or like were rescued after that shark bite. It's super, super cool. Man, I'm sorry this is kind of taking forever, because like I really want to see this like right side up. We'll get there. But it kind of reminds me. I had that whole story reminds me. I had a buddy who he had one of those Oru kayaks, which I don't know if you've heard of these, but these are kayaks that you can fold up so that they kind of fit like a briefcase, and then you can unpack them and take them out to sea. So I hadn't seen him in a while, and we met up in Florida to go paddling, and like it was a super cool boat. It was actually legitimately like a really cool like boat, and it definitely worked. But he wanted to go out, I think, across like a shipping channel, or not a shipping channel, but like a really popular boating channel. I was like, I don't feel comfortable. Can we go into the mangroves? So we went into the mangroves because like it's just like that, like a fold-up kayak or an inflatable catamaran. I don't know. It's just like it freaks me out in terms of seaworthiness. So. So here we go, finally. Sorry about that, thank you for your patience. We've got the frog shark plate. So this is the first description of this species. So, yeah, the bulging eyes are creepy and are the first thing are kind of sticking out to me. So, which is kind of interesting that we just saw a clip of a Pacific sleeper shark with like these, pretty prominent eyeballs like bouncing around in the eye socket. And it's kind of interesting that in this original description, that's like the most prominent feature we're seeing for this frog shark. So, I don't know if that's something that, like as far as sleeper sharks go, it's something that might be, I don't know, unique to, or not unique, but like something that's sort of semi-characteristic of that group. Like just, because like dogfish, have big eyes as well, but like, just this, I think this is, this whole bulging, bouncing eyeball is kind of like, I've never really seen that in a shark before, so it might be something that's something maybe kind of sort of unique going on with the sleeper shark group. One big thing with the sleeper sharks is that the gill slits are very small and close to the pectoral fins. So, or like really close, like the origin is really close to the beginning of the pectoral fins. So that's pretty interesting to see. The back is very smooth, and the dorsal fins are still kind of far to the back. This is an interesting illustration. We've never really seen an illustration quite like this about tooth type, and it's kind of cool. Like this original description is from Japan, and I've never really seen a shark tooth layout like a jaw description or like a layout description like this, where I'm assuming this is the upper tooth and this is the lower tooth. But it looks so odd compared to other illustrations where this is like this interesting like flat plate of the jaw right here, and then the teeth are separated out, but also kind of an interesting way. So what's kind of cool is that similar to dogfish, this lower tooth has this like recurve on a belt, kind of like a chainsaw. So it's sort of like, we were talking about that with gulper sharks, where the shark will bite down and then kind of like go side to side and like just tear into a prey item and rip it apart. These teeth are interesting on the upper jaw because they're not quite as like spear-like sand tigers or mako sharks. They're not quite as narrow as like piscivorous teeth. they've got a bit of a blade to them, so that's kind of interesting. Where when you think of this species prey items, like we saw in a couple of those deep sea clips, like whale falls, you know, like where maybe this is pretty effective for, you know, like biting into a whale fall and kind of shearing away a big chunk of blubber, or just other kinds of scavenging. So, because it is interesting seeing that this is more of a blade and less of a like spear. So, let's see what else we could see. This is a female specimen. The caudal fin, like the upper and lower lobe, are actually fairly equal in size. Not in positioning, but definitely in size. So maybe a slow but stronger swimmer in the deep sea environment. So what else can you guys see for this species? And I'm really glad, thank you again, Howard, for recommending this original description, because this is actually, apart from this, I think we just got this from FishBase. And this is questionable, honestly. I don't think this is actually very accurate. Because this is a much more beautiful footage, or sorry, beautiful image, but it looks more like a classic sleeper shark, and oh man, I don't know. This is a... Actually, it's kind of odd. I'm kind of glancing over at the Sharks of the World illustration, and actually, you know what? I'm sorry, I think I misspoke. This looks closer to Sharks of the World than this. So, I don't know. Maybe this is a damaged specimen, or maybe one of these two, they're not maybe the same species. I don't know. So, but what else can you guys see, if anything? Oh, hey, can you see spines on the fins? Good question. Let's see. I don't see any, and I think sleepers don't have spines. Let me make sure I got that right. But it's confusing because most dogfish do. For example, and also like the family Somniosidae, I think there are some members that actually do have spines. So this is kind of tricky. So Somniosidae, the sleeper sharks, include Somniosus, which is like the frog shark, and then something like Centroschimus, which is the Portuguese dogfish, which definitely has spines. What else has spines? Centrosalacus has spines. Skymodon has spines. But the sleeper sharks, Somniosus, do not have spines. And it's kind of that is actually kind of interesting to compare, where it's like the same family, but you know that's a pretty prominent feature that is different within members of the family. So honestly, like as far as just like having spines, like for example in this image, I mean it for sleeper sharks it's not technically accurate, but as far as like sleeper sharks the family, I mean it is like Somniosidae the family has spines. Somniosus the genus does not. But like it's kind of interesting that that's a pretty prominent feature that you know, it's interesting that genuses within a family diverge in that feature, which kind of gives, you know, begs the question, like, is there some taxonomic revising that needs to be done for sleeper sharks? I don't know. So there's a couple papers I pulled up that might dive into that a little bit, so I just wanted to check if there's anything. I'm just reading this from the side. I don't think it's going to be too much on this. I'm reading this like a dork, but actually, you know what? This might be worthwhile. Let's go ahead and flip this right side up, because I do want to see, since there are some English translations of these notes, I do kind of want to see what might have been written about this shark. So. Gotcha. Oh yeah, no worries. Sorry, I just saw your comment, Howard. Some of the smaller sleepers have spines. Yep, you're absolutely right. Some of them do. The illustration reference was incorrect. No worries. Because again, like the family has, my illustration had a larger rear dorsal than the front. Yeah, no worries. Because it's like it's such a rare species, and like, again, like it's really weird that the family diverges in that way, where it's like some members have the spines and some do not. So, but all right, let's see. Okay, Somniosus musculus. I think it was like page 87. If I got this right from what was this? Page 87 is when they're saying that.
I'm just noticing, by the way, is so the cool thing about sharkreferences.com is that it will give you not only a paper featuring the species, but it'll also give you exactly where you can find the species from the original work. What it's saying, this frog shark description is in 87 through 108, and I'm just noticing that there's an actual page number in this document, irrespective of like, the PDF page number. So even though this definitely is a sleeper shark, and this definitely is. I think this is definitely the frog shark, because it is, there's not. This is definitely it, right? The actual description I think might be further in the document. So let's go ahead and check that. 53. I wish this loaded a little bit more quickly, but $87. Come on. $82. Getting close. Okay, so this should be it. If sharkreferences.com is right. You know what? I don't know if sharkreferences.com is correct, honestly, as far as like the page numbering goes. So, because like that plate definitely was a sleeper shark / was the frog shark. So, if we can't find this, then we're gonna just go on, like move on, because this document is taking forever to load. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. I think sharkreferences.com was referencing the plate that we actually just saw. So we'll get out of here because this is taking forever. Oh, yep. I forgot. I ordered a burger from Mellow Mushroom and forgot I left that on there. Anyway, let's move on to what I kind of wanted to get to, which is the phylogeny of Somniosus sleeper sharks, insights from newly sequenced mitochondrial genomes. So, because we were just talking about like, sleeper sharks maybe being kind of like maybe needing revision in some way. So this might be kind of like a cool study analyzing that. So this is a nice picture of a Greenland shark with the famous copepod near the eyeball. So very creepy. Sleeper sharks and eyes, it's a creepy combo. And this is really cool. It has a kind of a breakdown of the main sleeper sharks. So Somniosus microcephalus is the Greenland shark. Somniosus pacificus, the Pacific sleeper shark. Antarcticus is what is that one? I should have it here. The southern sleeper shark. Rostratus is the little sleeper shark. And then longus is the frog shark. So, let's see what we've got. Let's check out the abstract.
So, mitochondrial DNA has been extensively used to explore phylogenetics since its use became available. Science is considered useful concerning relationships and evolutionary histories are not possible with morphological studies alone. The sleeper sharks, genus Somniosus, are a group of poorly understood, long-lived, iconic species. Iconic species! I mean, the Greenland shark is iconic, and I appreciate the other ones being called that, but I don't know how popular the other ones really are. I know the Greenland shark is kind of popular-ish, but as far as a deepwater shark. Roy, what's up, man? What's up, man? Welcome back. Glad to see you. I had some... I won't go back into the whole thing now, but I did have some Mr. Toad tea drama. So, to recap in like one sentence, my email changed, and it triggered a bizarre thing on YouTube where my channel was disabled over the weekend, which terrified me. But I figured it out and I fixed it, which is great. So we still have Dr. Jaws. Viva la Dr. Jaws. So it was terrifying, and it just like I had this like existential crisis of like I love this channel. Like, you know, you guys are awesome, and it's just this has been a joy to do with you guys. So you know, like I really was like terrified that somehow the channel got disabled permanently, but it's not. We're here. We're alive. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's just like we're good. So our channel is solid. So yeah, it was a weird back end thing with YouTube. So, but anyway, so iconic species. So yeah, we're diving into the frog shark. Frog shark might be the rarest one we've got yet, because there's really not a lot of info. But we're pushing on. So let's see. Okay, iconic species whose taxonomic status within genus have been argued about for many years. The aim of the study was to sequence and characterize mitogenomes of all Somniosus species to gain a better phylogenetic understanding of the genus and to discriminate the delimitations between the species. I like this. This is going to be cool. Using next-generation sequencing, complete to nearly complete mitogenomes were assembled of all species within Somniosus. Clear divergence was shown between the subgenera S. somniosus and S. rhinoskynus, estimated at 7.8 million years ago, with no discernible differentiation between Somniosus pacificus and Somniosus antarcticus, nor between Somniosus rostratus and Somniosus longus. Oh. Okay, this is cool. So this is saying that the frog shark may be the little sleeper shark. They might be the same species or part of the same species complex. And it's also saying that the Pacific sleeper shark might be the same as the southern sleeper shark. And then 7.8 million years ago, what is that? Checking the shark clock, the shark timeline clock. So it's a Miocene era, which is a huge, explosion of biodiversity for, I guess more so for cochorhiniform sharks, but interesting. So let's see. The results suggest a pan-mictic population of Somniosus pacificus and Somniosus antarcticus, as well as between Somniosus rostratus and Somniosus longus. Pan-mictic. I don't know what that means, actually. Let's check that out. Pan-mictic. Characterized by random mating within a breeding population. So do these two alleged species actually interbreed? I guess is the question. And so is the frog shark and the little sleeper shark, are they actually interbreeding populations? So, I don't know. Combined, the results of the study show that a thorough revision is needed of the Somniosus genus to improve taxonomic resolution and allow more informed conservation-related decisions to be made. Now that is kind of fascinating. And what would be cool is, like, we might want to check out the little sleeper shark, Somniosus rostratus, if there's maybe more info on that. So, let's go ahead and do longus. So I just did a control find on Somniosus longus, the frog shark. So let's see any kind of notes we can get. I love this one. This is a really cool little acknowledgement to Andrew Wilson of the Museum of Comparative Zoology at Harvard. You provided tissue samples that can be found nowhere else in the world. My deepest thanks for providing the rare Somniosus longus. I kind of love that. There's a little bit of a romance to that. I think it's really cool. Just it's a rare species, you know, and it's like, you know, I love like little notes like that in the science community where it's like, you know, many scientists are actually working with things that are really special and really rare. So I thought it was really cool. Okay, so we just talked about that in the abstract. Let's see. So apparently, Somniosus, which is a genus, contains 5 species and is sometimes divided into 2 subgenera, Somniosus somniosus and Somniosus rhinoscymnus. So, Somniosus rhinoscymnus contains the little sleeper shark, S. rostratus, and the frog shark, S. longus. Okay, interesting. So this is together. Okay, oh, here we go. Yeah, look at this. So this is a nice little table showing that these 2 species, our frog shark and little sleeper shark, are part of a subgenus that is different from these 3 species, the Greenland shark, Pacific sleeper, and southern sleeper. So, very cool. Let's see. Within the subgenus S. rhinoscymnus, S. longus has been periodically synonymized as S. rostratus. Cool. So it seems like these 2, well, it sounds like that they might have been considered to be, like off and on, they've been considered to be the same species. Some early publications identified S. rostratus and S. longus as belonging to their own genus, separate from Somniosus. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, shark taxonomy is just chaos. With the occasional publication reinstating this understanding. Wow. The current understanding is that all 5 species are distinct within Somniosus since 2016. Okay, gotcha. Oh, cool. Roy, I just saw your comment. It's fascinating. It makes me wonder whether or not they'll make a new species later on during the years. Yeah, like, that would be really cool if they kind of combined it. And then, I mean, you know, I feel, I mean, every year there's like, and actually, you know what's kind of funny? I know one should not recommend Wikipedia for things, but like, honestly, is this it? Gotcha. So I don't know really what the source is for this, but this list of sharks from Wikipedia is actually pretty cool because it does get updated pretty frequently. Let's see the last update actually. 2020. I know there was one that was kind of recent. There we go. See. So it does get updated pretty frequently, where it's like, check this out, Squatina mapama, which is a short-crested angel shark, 2021. So this is a species described in 2021. So again, I know like one should not be recommending Wikipedia for things, but as far as like a quick, you know, just check in on like, hey, did we discover any new sharks this year or recently? This does get updated pretty often, which is kind of wild. Let's see the last update. Not 2023. Anything from 2020? We got something from 2022. Galeus friedrichi, the Philippine sawtail cat shark. So see, new species from last year. We got that angel shark from last year. Let's see what else we got. Nothing from 2020. Nothing from 2019. Squalus clarki. This one's really cool. This one actually got a lot of publicity. Jeannie's dogfish, named after Eugenie Clark. Very famous female shark scientist. Let's see. Oh, Scaleritis capofrancis, 2016. 2015, a lot of species. So we got Scaleritis ugoi, the dark freckled cat shark. Hemopterus benchley, named after Peter Benchley. The ninja lantern shark. I remember this one got a lot of publicity. I think it was featured on the Shark Week special, too. Ginglumisoma yunami, the Pacific nurse shark. Atelomicturus erdmani, the spot-bellied cat shark. Bythylurus, I've never even heard of that. Nailori, the dusky snout cat shark. And then Bythylurus tenucephalus, the narrow-headed cat shark. So yeah, I won't spend all night on this, but the point being is this is a really cool, this Wikipedia page, it does get updated pretty often, and it's actually a really cool little thing where if you were ever curious of like, hey, did we discover something kind of recently, you could check this page. Conversely, you can actually, if you ever want to, kind of do like this, I remember when I was younger, I kind of did something like this, like a project of like, what kind of sharks did we know like in 1800, or 1801, here we go. You can like check out like the years that I'm punching in are the years that these species have been named and described. So like you can kind of like do a fun little historical dive of like species that have been discovered. It was kind of cool. In 1801 was the first time the Greenland shark was described. Somniosus microcephalus. Look at that. So and there's our little frog shark, 1912. So very interesting. I wonder what I think the oldest has to be. Make sure I got this right. Because I forget when Linnaeus started taxonomy. I guess it is 1758. So the oldest sharks, the first sharks known to man, if you will. Is it really 1758? It has. I guess it has to be. Are the velvet belly lantern shark, the angular rough shark, the spiny dogfish, which is awesome. Classic species known to us since the. Yep, and there's Linnaeus, father of taxonomy. So yep, classic species known since the dawn of taxonomy. Squatina, the angel shark, very cool. Carcharodon carcharias, the great white shark, the very first sharks named, which is actually pretty cool. Blue shark, another classic from 1758 or 1758. Small spotted cat shark, the nurse hound, the bonnet head shark, the smooth hammerhead. Check it out. That's actually really cool. The taupe shark, our boy the taupe. Very, very cool. Common smooth hound, musculus. And I think that's it. So yeah, this is a cool page. I recommend checking out if you ever want to take a fun historical tour of sharks described at different time periods. So Roy, Ninja Lantern Shark. It's a cool name. Yeah, I think that was what's her name? Vicky Vasquez. I remember her talking about it. I forget if she was the author of it, but she's pretty cool. I think she has a YouTube channel as well. But she's pretty prominent on Shark Week. I know she was talking about it a lot actually. Wait a minute. Sorry. Hold on. Let's go back to list of sharks species Wikipedia because I don't want to crash my bandwidth with Google. Also, funnily enough, like talking to you guys, it's ironically healing my headache. I don't know why, but this is good. Okay, here we go. It is Vicky Vasquez. Okay, so yeah, this is really cool. So Ninja Lantern Shark, named in 2015. Here's the author name, V.E. Vasquez. So that's Vicky Vasquez. So she's super popular on Shark Week. And then there's Ebert and Long, but Ebert's also a big name. But yeah, Vicky Vasquez, super popular on Shark Week. I know she has like a YouTube channel, so definitely check her out. Yeah, I thought that was her who named and discovered the species. So just out of curiosity, check it out. This is pictures of the shark that she discovered. This is the Ninja Lantern Shark. So this might be a cool one to go over next week, or not next week, but the week after, because again, I will be gone next Monday. I have to travel, so I won't be able to stream next Monday. But the following Monday, this might be a good candidate for the following stream. So, but yeah, very cool species, very cool diagnostic photos of the. I'm assuming this is the type specimen that she named the species off of. So. But yeah, very cool. Let's see. Back to our frog shark. And you know what? Just for laughs, let's just see what Fishbase says about the frog shark. I know we didn't really do a brief overview of the species. I just was like, I don't know if there's really anything on it, but let's just check it out. There's the fish-based little image. We'll go back to the classification in a second. Somniosus is Latin for sleepy. We're reflecting the author's surmise that these sharks are slow or sluggish because of their relatively small fins. That's cool. Longus is Latin for long, perhaps referring to what Tanaka described as its oblong shape. Okay. And that's really it. It lives in the twilight zone, somewhat in the midlight zone. It has a slightly larger eye than the little sleeper shark. Yeah, biology, caught by crab pot and bottom longline. So yeah, it's a rare species. There's really, really hardly anything on it. So yeah. Checking IUCN red list really quick. It's data deficient. It's just super, super rare. Let's see if they have anything on biology or habitat and ecology. The frog shark has been reported on continental shelves and slopes at depths of 120 to 1160 meters. We talked about the length already. Reproduction is unknown, but like its cogenitor, the little sleeper shark, it's presumed to be lycotrophic viviparous and fecundity is probably low. Nothing else is known about the biology of this species, so it is mysterious and rare. So, good species to study if you want to be a shark scientist. We need more information on the frog shark. So yeah, going back to the study, let's see what we can learn about this. Somniosus longus specimens have been collected around Japan, with one specimen most likely misidentified as Aslostratus, collected off the coast of New Zealand. The species has also been reported, but doubtfully, in Chilean waters. The bathymetric range of Somniosus longus is only known from a handful of specimens caught on outer continental shelves and slopes at depths ranging from 250 to 1160 meters. So, yeah. Wow. Targeted assessments of Somniosus species are challenging. Acquisition of Somniosus specimens is opportunistic and usually comes by the way of fishery bycatch. When caught, identification of individuals is difficult with high levels of interspecific morphological variability, and interspecific distinguishing characteristics only often markedly overlapping. Ranges are ill-defined, and haplotype sharing has been documented between the species. So yeah, I mean that's a cool snapshot of, like, you know, these are very, very rare sharks, and they all look kind of alike. So, very, very hard group to work with. So. Oh, thanks, Howard. I just saw your comment. Glad your headache is easing off. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Fishbase says no image for the shark. I think the image shown must be a default. You might be right. I tried to make it bigger, and it just kind of didn't really... Oh, hey, Roy, if you missed this, this is Howard's illustration, which is super, super cool. We were talking about artwork also at the top of the stream. I'm definitely down for a holiday special. With a special guest star. I have a special guest star lined up to do a holiday special where we review art, like an art showcase. So I'm excited for that at the end of the year. But just really cool piece of art. But looking at the Fishbase art, yeah, if you click on it, I'm trying to click on it now. Oh, hey, there you go. I'm sorry, I just saw this caption. I think you're totally right, Howard. No image available for this species. Oh. Drawing shows typical species in Somniosidae. So this is just like a placeholder something. Rarest shark. Let's see. This is a pretty good point. Reliable taxonomic data is extremely important to conservation sciences and biology in general. Taxonomic misrepresentations can lead to gaps and errors in the understanding of ecological relationships. Unchecked, these taxonomic misrepresentations can cascade, causing future problems in biodiversity assessments and ecological management decisions. I think on that note, it might be kind of cool to check out, what do we have on the genus Somniosus? Like, how are the other sleeper sharks doing? Just, you know, what do we know about them? Like what is their conservation status? I'm checking IUCN Red List for this. We've got the Greenland Shark is vulnerable. The little sleeper shark is least concern. And what's kind of cool is, like, if this is the same species as the frog shark, this might be the one to kind of, like, you know, riff off of, or the most likely one to compare to. The southern sleeper shark is least concerned. The Taiwan sleeper shark, never heard of that one before, is data deficient. The Pacific sleeper shark is near threatened. This is a lobster. We do not care about the lobster. No offense, lobster. It's actually doing fine, so he's confirmed. And then there's the frog shark. Wait a minute. Wait, how did the lobster get a top spot over the frog shark? That's shameful. Why is this even in here? Sorry. Anyway, okay. The lobster's doing fine. I do not regret being mean to the lobster. But anyway. So yeah, so actually, as a group, sleeper sharks, as far as sharks are concerned, it's not that bad. You know, vulnerable is not a good status for any species, but when you see that the Greenland shark is vulnerable, yet the others are least concerned or near threatened, and the fact that the frog shark is so rare, it kind of makes me think that it probably is not interacting with people that often, as far as, like, you know, being caught in bycatch. You know, it's probably, like, the way it lives, it's just probably really not, you know, running into as much fishing pressure or human impact. My guess is that it's probably, I think comparing to the little sleeper shark is fair, honestly, just because it's like, this is alleged to be a very similar species or the same species, and it's least concerned. Let's check out, just for, you know, comparison's sake, why the little sleeper shark is least concerned. And it's actually really cool. This is a least concerned shark in the Mediterranean, which we've talked about is kind of a high impact area as far as shark conservation goes. There's a lot of species that are not really doing well in the Mediterranean. So let's check out why this is least concerned. Let's go take another sip of the Mr. 2T mug. Excuse me. I just saw your comment, how we're delicious. And then Roy, random lobster, yeah. I think Too Little's known for a good assessment. Yes, I agree, Howard, as far as the frog shark goes. Let's see, for little sleeper shark, let's see, got a patchy distribution. It's been recorded from the continental shelf and slope at depths of blah. It's caught incidentally. Okay, sleeper sharks are known for their slow life histories, and the little sleeper shark is susceptible to capture in the shallower half of its bathymetric range, where most of the population appears to occur. It appears to have a relatively small known range compared to the other sleeper sharks, but the species will have refuge at depth in the northwest Atlantic off Cuba, where there are no known deepwater fisheries. The species is not suspected to be close to reaching the population reduction threshold. There's nothing to suspect or infer population reduction at this time, and the little sleeper shark is assessed as least concern. Gotcha. So, I guess the question then, kind of from that, is when you go back to the frog shark, does the frog shark live in areas with deepwater fisheries? And I'm assuming no, really. Just with the fact that, like, it's just not caught often at all. The fact that it is so, Japan probably, you know, has a deepwater fishery, but but the fact that it's just, like, really, really rare, and not caught often at all, I don't know. I'm gonna guess it actually might be okay. The only other shark I've ever seen data deficient and had an updated status is the sand devil, and it was updated to least concern. So I don't know. I'm gonna guess the frog. My bid for the frog shark is that it's probably doing okay, just because it is a deep water species that is so rare, in the sense that it's probably just not interfered with as much. But you know. And also, just like if you have like the average of the other sleeper sharks, I mean, you would say probably they're near threatened, but not really as bad as other species. So, I don't know. I'm going to guess that the frog shark is probably okay-ish. But yeah, we'll see. Time will tell if we get more information on the species, how accurate that is. So, large-scale fishing operations have the power to upset marine ecosystems, so reliable data concerning fishery management practices is essential. Because of its uniqueness and tendency to be caught as collateral damage from deep water fishing, the Greenland shark has acquired iconic status in conservation dialogue, and is often seen in the media. This is a cool observation. While lacking the iconic status of the Greenland shark, the other Somniosus species operate in similar habitats and may perform similar roles in their representative ecosystems. Clearing up the taxonomic uncertainty of Somniosus will allow for more informed conservation-related decisions to be made of all Somniosus species. So, this is a really cool study. Let's pay homage to who were the authors. So, Jacob Max Christensen, master's thesis in biology for the Arctic University of Norway. This is a really, really cool study, and I actually really appreciate kind of like what the mission is of this. So let's go back to longus. And it definitely has a lot more info on the frog shark than we're getting elsewhere, so let's keep going. Okay, just going to scan through the materials and methods. Frog shark samples were acquired at request from outside sources. DNA extractions were carried out on 42 Somniosus samples in this study, 21 Greenland sharks, 10 Pacific sleepers, 5 southern sleepers, 4 little sleepers, and then 2 frog sharks. Somniosus longus, or frog shark, samples were used to create 2 extractions per sample because of their limited availability. Interesting. Oh, that's actually really cool. So apparently, for the study, they took DNA from a frog shark's vertebrae. A method of ancient DNA extraction was performed using the method outlined in Davy et al. Gotcha. We won't get into the details of genetics, but even though genetics, I mean, it is a great. I would say since the 70s, maybe the 70s or 80s, it's been like such a huge field for sharks. Let's see. Talking about specimens. Oop. I'm kind of scanning this. I think you missed this, Roy, but I had Frogger music in the beginning of this stream, and it was not working. Like, I should have edited it more carefully. I thought it would work, but it was like I was trying to tell my YouTube story, and it was not working. It was too distracting. It's too jumpy. So, Frogger is too jumpy of a vibe for the frog shark. Let's see. I think, yeah, these are more so methods, so we'll just kind of keep going. This is kind of cool, though. Haplotype network of the minor gene analysis. Oh, man. I wish I knew genetics better, but this is kind of a cool figure. So the frog shark is pink, and it's kind of cool to see. So numbers and branches represent the number of mutational changes between sequences. Clusters are shown in red boxes. So okay, this is kind of cool. When you compare the DNA of all these different kinds of Somniosus, you're seeing that Somniosus rostratus, which is green, as the little sleeper shark, is in the same cluster as the frog shark, which is pink, this little pink dot. So this is one cluster. The southern sleeper shark and Antarcticus. There's one cluster here, and sorry, sorry, the southern sleeper shark and the Pacific sleeper shark. It's one cluster here and one cluster here, but clearly those two species are very, very similar. And then the Greenland shark is all in its own area. So genetically, it is actually really interesting seeing these comparisons where Greenland shark is definitely its own thing. Pacific sleeper and southern sleeper might be one thing, and then little sleeper and frog shark might also be its own thing. So let's see. So getting into the discussion. And I just want to get kind of like the cliff notes. Just catching up in comments. The positions of the species within subgenera were... Okay. The positions of the species within subgenera were consistent with Fiano et al., placing Greenland sharks, Pacific sleepers, and southern sleepers in the Somniosus subgenera, and then the little sleeper shark, and then the frog shark in Somnios rhinoscymnus. Gotcha. Somniosus stratus and Somniosus longus also formed a clade with very little divergence, suggesting the two species to be of a singular population. Gotcha. So okay, I kind of said this I think 3 different times, but yeah. So it looks like apparently little sleeper sharks and frog sharks might honestly just be one thing, and it makes sense. You know, deep water habitat being stable around the world, or like relatively stable around the world. It's not that surprising that, you know, like widely dispersed species, or like species of a patchy distribution, like the frog shark, you could see it in Japan, New Zealand, and I thought there was, and like, you know, off of South America. That's super patchy, and it's not really that surprising if it might actually be the same species as the little sleeper shark. So that's actually pretty cool. I'm still kind of scanning through this. The minor genome analysis provided by the study suggests that the frog shark may reflect neither subspecies nor species, but populations. So I'm assuming, again, it's a population of little sleeper sharks? And I think, Roy, you mentioned this earlier, but it will be kind of cool to see, will the frog shark kind of go extinct? Like, not extinct, but like, will it retire? Like, will that name and will that gene, like that species name, retire? Like, will the frog shark actually be just, you know, absorbed into little sleeper shark, or vice versa? I think, if anything, I would love if they kept frog shark, since it's such a funny name, but let's see. But a little sleeper shark might be more appropriate. See. It's a cool study. Complete or nearly complete mitogenomes of the frog shark are now available for the first time. Very cool. And that's really it from this. So really, I guess like the main point of the study is that frog sharks might be little sleeper sharks. Like, they all might be the same thing because they're in the same genetic complex. So that was really cool. I mean, that's actually really cool. Yet one... oh, hey, sorry. I didn't realize I missed that diagram. This is kind of cool. No labels represent a million years of before present and posterior probabilities. Red boxes are shown around clades with differing terminal arrangement from the short sequence. Oh, that's actually really cool. So this is like a... kind of like a time scale estimating divergence of the different sleeper sharks. So, sorry for I almost closed this out before seeing this. So super cool. So here's the frog shark, and then here is the little sleeper shark over here, and they are alleged to have, if they did diverge, really recently, but honestly, maybe they didn't diverge. Maybe they're the same thing. And this group of sleeper sharks apparently diverged from the other group of sleeper sharks 31 million years ago, if I'm reading this right. Node labels represent million years before present, so 31 million years ago is when frog sharks and little sleeper sharks broke off from the other kinds of sleepers. So that's actually gonna be, let's see, a Oligocene, if I'm reading that right. So yeah. Let's see. Howard, the Chilean reference is sketchy. Roy, maybe they should call it the Sleepy Shark. I appreciate that. Or the Sleepy Shark. I thought you meant Slippy. Like, I don't know if you've ever played Star Fox, but the Slippy Shark, I would definitely vote for. Howard, how old is the Little Sleeper Shark reference? So that is, that's a good question, actually. I'm checking Sharks of the World. That's a really good question. Let's check this out. Oh, actually, Shark. This should show us. I guess we'll do it this way. Valid. Yes. There you go. Somniosus from Stratus. 1827. So, yeah, actually. So, 1827. So, it would be, if they're really the same thing, then I would assume the frog shark will be absorbed into the sleeper shark. Or, sorry, into the little sleeper shark. Because little sleeper shark was described in 1827, and frog shark was described in 1912. So yeah. And then as far as this time scale, it looks like you can kind of see this node right here. So this is, it's kind of alleging that the little sleeper shark and the frog shark diverged 500,000 years ago. Yeah, roughly 500,000 years ago. So that would be the Pleistocene. Would be the time frame. So let's see. 30 million years ago is when like, I think that's actually really cool that, you know, the little sleeper shark and the frog shark are definitely pretty different from the others. Like a break from 30 million years ago. And that the Greenland shark diverged from these other species about 8 million years ago, which is Miocene. Very cool. And then look at this. You see Somniosus pacificus, Antarcticus, Pacificus, Pacificus, Antarcticus, Antarcticus. Like, these are all, even though these nodes are allegedly split like 3 million years ago, they're kind of like intermingled. So this is such a cool study. Like, this kind of genetics is actually really, really cool. So, and yeah, Howard, yeah, that precedes Tanaka. That's a good point. So yeah, it would definitely be like, if this is one species, I would say, yeah, the frog shark would retire into the little sleeper shark. So yeah, I'll keep this open because this is actually pretty cool. This figure is really, really cool. So we'll scan through other frog shark stuff. Again, it's not too much. Let's see sharkreferences.com if they have anything on this species. We already looked at the Tanaka illustration. No images available. Let's just see this short description. Somniosus longus is distinguished from the little sleeper shark in having a relatively longer second dorsal fin, where overall length is almost equal to the first dorsal fin. Slightly larger eye of horizontal diameter, more than that. So these are very, I mean, these are enough characteristics that physiologically differentiates shark species, but like at the same time, it's really cool that the genetics are so close where it's like, well, maybe it is just one thing. Oh yeah, check this out. Known from only the Northwest Pacific, Southwest Pacific, and possibly the Southeast Pacific, but probably much more widespread. So it's not a long shot that this is the range is overlapping with little sleeper shark. So yeah, wow, there is like literally almost nothing on this. Let's check out just a quick look at the literature. We checked out phylogeny of sleeper sharks. Da, 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 da. There's like checklists. I do want to really check out a review of research and monitoring studies on New Zealand sharks, just really quick. Also, since it's 10:30, might be a good time to think about next week's, or sorry, not next week, the week after, the shark for the next stream. And like, I love rare sharks. I really do love looking up rare sharks and kind of like learning things about them. This one is so super rare that probably for the next stream, especially after just a hiatus, like a week over, we should probably do something that's a bit more common so we can get some more footage. But yeah, let me know what you guys would like to study for our next stream. Yeah, and this is just another checklist. Man, there is nothing on frog sharks. So, which, I mean, it's cool. It is cool to have a species that like you can't, like, that is in need of more research. Let's see. This is just kind of like a regurgitated information. This really isn't anything. Frog shark is occasionally caught by trawl, longline, and crab pot fisheries. Yeah. Oh, check this out. This is actually really cool. Previously classified in the same taxon as the similar Somniosus rostratus. So apparently these were considered to be the same thing, and then they split. But then this new genetic study is super cool. Like, this new genetic study from Norway is really cool, because they're saying, no, they really shouldn't be split. Like, they actually should be the same thing. Frog shark and little sleeper should be the same thing. So that's really cool. Oh, hey, basking shark, winghead shark. Howard, these are good suggestions. So we did basking shark. I think basking shark is stream number 5, which, by the way, if you haven't seen the basking shark stream, I highly recommend it. It's super cool because like there's some footage of a basking shark leaping out of the water, like breaching out of the water, which completely blew my mind. It was such a cool moment. Let me kind of pull that up actually, just for fun. Shameless self-promotion. But we have not done the winghead shark, and I would be so down for the winghead shark. So that is Eusphaera blottii? Oh, shoot. I think I screwed up the audio. Probably should not be pulling up YouTube, but I'm going to pull up YouTube. I almost lost my YouTube. I just want to, we're going to honor the channel. I could do some shameless self-promotion. Okay. I do want to find this one. Oh, by the way, this is actually kind of a cool thing. This actually might be a good opportunity to kind of show this. It's been fun ranking the shark streams by popularity. And again, our channel is microscopic, but we are a mighty nation of, like, we're continuing to grow, and it is actually really cool to see which, proportionally which sharks are getting more popularity. So the number 1 shark so far has been this gulper shark. And then number 2 is the angular rough shark, and number 3 is the bull shark. And I have some theories as to why this is happening. So the bull shark is the stream number 1, so I think people who are just wanting to check these out start with the bull shark stream. But these 2 species, the gulper shark and angular rough shark, they're so rare that I think they're kind of like getting the good end of the algorithm, and they're being recommended more when people are looking for those species. So I'm assuming that's what's going on as far as like why these are popular. That's what I'm assuming. So we've got the stream with Jess on the tiger shark, so that's pretty popular too. The crocodile shark is pretty popular. But anyway, I just wanted to point out the basking shark. So Howard, because this was a very early one. Yeah, it's from the holidays because you could see me with a stupid Santa hat. But like, there's some super cool footage of the basking sharks just like leaping out of the water, and it's amazing because the basking sharks are in the same, they're in the same order as great white sharks. They're lamniforms, the same order as mako sharks. So, mako sharks and great whites are famous for breaching. I had no idea that basking sharks breach. But you can see, like, that's something that they actually do. Like, that massive animal actually can launch itself out of the water. Never heard of that before. It's a super cool thing. So I definitely recommend this stream. This is a fun moment. So it's one of the early streams. So stream number 5. So, but yeah, I'm totally down for winghead shark next week. Or not next week, but next stream. Because that one is actually... that one is so bizarre. I'm not sure... make sure I got the name right. It's a cool cousin of the hammerheads. Yeah, it is Eusphyra blotchii. So, and let's pull up an image of the winghead shark. Not on Google because I feel like I'm going to crash the thing. Good old fish base. I'm sure it has some good winghead shark photos. And there you go. It does have some pretty good winghead shark photos. Oh man, it's such a... what a wild species. So this is a hammerhead to the extreme. So yeah, I am totally down for the winghead shark when we get back. So yeah, and I like this one on the bottom because it's more like, closer to life. But like, yeah, I am so down for the winghead shark when we get back. So this will be our next stream is winghead shark. So, good pick, Howard. So, Roy, the breaching basket shark was amazing. Yeah, I think Roy, I think we were on that stream together. I like that was a cool moment. That's this year. That was one of my favorite moments this year. Was like just like because I was freaking out. We were both freaking out. I had no idea they did that. So, but yeah, winghead shark, super super cool. Yeah, great pick, Howard. So yeah, let's definitely do that. So, and that's a good one to come back to because I think there's going to be some cool footage on this. So, I'm going to do one more scan of what is this? Oh, this is the little super shark. Sorry, I got excited for a second. I thought this was a frog shark image. But you know what? This is actually kind of cool to see because if this is indeed the same species of the frog shark, this might be a good comparison. And maybe the best image we have so far of like what this shark actually might look like. So, let's see. You can see a prominent lateral line, a little bit of spotting. Yeah, just like in the illustration from Tanaka, yeah, the dorsal fin is interesting. The upper and caudal lobe are pretty equal in size. The Tanaka illustration is interesting because I think the fin was further back on the body, but in this image of the little sleeper shark, it's kind of more central to the body. The gill slits are still tiny and right in front of the pectoral fins. Yeah. And you know what? You can kind of see if this is the same species, like if they turn out to actually be like the same species complex, frog shark's not a bad name. Like it does have kind of like a squashy, blotchy, toady appearance. Like you can kind of see what they were going for with that. So, and again, this is a little sleeper shark. This is not the frog shark, but it's the closest image we might have to a frog shark as far as like a living animal. The teeth look a little different though, because the Tanaka illustration had flatter looking teeth, but I'm sure it's probably like minor difference. So, alright. So I might wrap up in a little bit. Just gonna scan for any more pieces of frog shark information. And yeah, this was a funny stream. I know it was a little all over the place, just kind of with my storytelling and then the Frogger music and all that stuff. But like I no shame, just because like I know this is kind of like this is such a rare species that it's just hard to stuff on it. So so we'll just kind of scan everything else I pulled up just to make absolutely sure we got everything we know about the species. And again, it's a call to shark science in terms of if anybody wants to be a future shark scientist and study something that needs info, this is a good pick. This is a really, really rare, mysterious shark. Let's see. It's another genetic analysis of sleeper sharks. They're just kind of scanning for anything to do with the frog shark. Yeah, man, barely anything. Nothing. Like, I think this got tagged because there's a reference with, there's a reference with the frog shark in it. But yeah, this study doesn't have anything. The diet is unknown for the frog shark. Yeah. Is this it? This might be it. Another reference, basically saying we don't know anything about the frog shark. I don't know, this was the coolest study. This was a really, really cool study with the genetics. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This might be in the frog shark stuff. Yeah, because this is kind of more like a library thing. So, yeah, I think the frog shark stream may croak in a bit. So, yeah, I think that might be it. So, scant info. Yeah. I would say, what do you guys think? Do you think this is the rarest one we've done? Because I think it might. I think frog shark might take the cake for like the least amount of information. Because I can't think of another shark that we've covered that just really did not have anything. Like we got close. There's a couple that we got close on, and I already closed out the. Well, let's reopen it again just for fun, and then we'll wrap up in a little bit, but. Just because like tonight kind of started with some YouTube drama about like just the channel possibly disappearing. This actually might be kind of a cool snapshot of how much ground we've covered so far. So I think we'll just take a scan of how many sharks we've covered so far, and and then we'll end for the night. So, but let's see, because like this one is number 41. So we've got, how many sharks have we covered? I mean, we covered 41, but all of these beginning streams are pretty solid. Bull sharks, dogfish. Snaggletooth shark was a really cool one. I think, Howard, this was the first stream you recommended. That was a really, really super cool one. We did Greenland Shark. Atlantic Sharpnose. Actually, yeah, there was a pretty good amount of info on Atlantic Sharpnose. The Viper Dogfish, that was a really cool one. Connor with the Nurse Shark. Frilled Shark. Oh, hey, this might be Bahamas Saw Shark. I remember that one really did not have a lot of info. Like that one was kind of rare. I do remember Bahamas Saw Shark was kind of rare. The Taupe got a bonus episode. I forgot we did Sandbar Sharks. So cool. Man, we covered a lot of ground. We did Speartooth Sharks, Great Hammerheads, Sickle Fins. It's kind of amazing seeing this all in retrospect. Brown Banded Bamboo Sharks. Deepwater Cat Shark. I think this one also had not much info. Yeah, I think Deepwater Cat Shark was also a rare species because I remember we just didn't really have a lot. So, you know what? I think I'm going to call it. I think the Frog Shark is the one we had the least amount of info on. I think Frog Shark is going to take the cake as rarest shark that we've talked about. Because I cannot remember another shark that's been this, like, scant. So, but it's kind of cool. I mean, you know, kind of part of covering all shark or all bases of shark biodiversity is, you know, giving fair and accurate representation to, you know, sharks regardless of how much or how little we know about them. So, Howard, absolutely the rarest, no living images or video. So awesome. Yeah. Roy Bahamas saw shark is super duper rare. Yeah, I think, yeah, like, you know, Bahamas saw shark, the deepwater cat shark, and the frog shark. These three have been kind of the craziest as far as like we really don't know anything about them. But I definitely think the frog shark gets the trophy of rarest, like rarest and most mysterious. And actually, kind of bringing it all the way back to, I don't really want to leave this tree, but like bringing it back to that quote from that scientist, like, thank you for providing the samples of the very rare frog shark. So you know, I just think that's really cool that even scientists are acknowledging, like scientists with Harvard are acknowledging, like, yeah, this is some rare stuff that we're working with. So, but even so, I mean, it's an accurate representation of, like, you know, how diverse the world of sharks is. You know, sharks are charismatic megafauna, but even so, there are species that we don't know that much about. So it's kind of cool to see that there are still mysteries in this world, and the frog shark is definitely one of them. So, but I think with that, we're going to wrap up for tonight. And, you know, thank you guys again just for being here and just for, you know, like, just being a part of this channel. Again, I got so upset over the weekend when the YouTube got disabled, because it's just like, it's not only like how much work has been put into the channel, but just also just being able to do this with you guys has been wonderful. You know, there's just been a lot of love in it, and just like a lot of great interaction and dialogue and just studying together and learning more about sharks. So thank you so much for being a part of this channel, and thank you for making it what it is. I love it, and it's super cool, and I'm glad my YouTube is alive. So, but I will be gone next week, but I will be back the following week. So that is September, when is that? September 25th. So September 25th, we will reconvene with a much more popular shark, and like a uniquely weird shark, but a popular one, which will have a lot more footage. The winghead shark, Eusphyra blotchii. So, oh man. Yeah, Howard, thank you. I really appreciate that. It's fun to do our best with whatever we got. Yeah, seriously. And that's the best part. I mean, like, honestly, calling this, like, it's a study party. Like, it is a shark study party. Like, we go in with a mission. We don't know what we're going to get out of it, but it's always fun to just kind of, like, meander and figure out, you know, like, you know, what we can. So, thanks for being here. Oh, man, my pleasure, man. My pleasure. So, I'm glad to be here with you guys. So, but I hope you have a really great rest of your week, and I hope you have another great weekend, and I can't wait to see you guys soon. I promise this, like, until like the like the deep December holidays, I promise this will be the last time I'm, you know, on hiatus. I feel like I've been traveling a lot this summer, so, but the winter is going to be, or sorry, the weather is going to be winding down, so I'll be back in the saddle and consistent every Monday. But thank you guys for being here. I'll see you in 2 weeks for the winghead shark, but in the meantime, cheers. See you soon, guys. Bye.